Jai Srimanarayana. A boy who couldn't gauge his own strength does a playful act which hurts few of his brothers. One of those brothers who gets threatened rather than hurt by the act does the unimaginable. Hello everyone, I am Pauranika. Welcome to the 28th episode of Sri Mahabharata as written by sage Vedavyasa. This episode is in continuation to the Sambhava Parva of Adi Parva. After the final rites of King Pandu were completed, sage Vedavyasa spoke to his mother Satyavati. Mother, good days are over. A very dangerous time is ahead. People will be cruel and manipulative. The earth is going to be destroyed due to the Kauravas. So leave the place and start living in the forest. Then Satyavati went to Ambika and said that she and Ambalika were leaving to the forest. Thanks to your grandson, the lineage of Bharata is going to suffer. If you wish to come with us, please do, she said, and Ambika accepted. The three women did great penances in the forest and finally attained the Swargaloka. The Pandava brothers settled in their father's house and started living like the royals they were. They happily used to play with the sons of Dhritarashtra in Hastinapura. However, due to their natural strength and abilities, they used to defeat the Kauravas in all sports. The eldest of the Kauravas, Duryodhana, started growing a hatred towards the Pandavas and particularly towards Bhima. Bhima, who wasn't fully aware of his strength, used to resort to certain childish deeds for fun which used to hurt the Kauravas badly. He used to take one of the Kauravas and hide along with him for the rest of the party to find them. He used to tackle the 101 sons of Dhritarashtra all alone. While playing in water, he used to drown in the water holding at least 10 Kauravas along with him and stay there. He would leave them only when they struggled for their life. While the Dhritarashtras were plucking fruits from the trees, Bhima would playfully kick the trees and the boys, along with the fruits, used to fall down. Whether it was wrestling or running or even studying, Dhritarashtras always tried to compete with Bhima but failed miserably. Duryodhana, who couldn't tolerate Bhima's strength, grew great animosity towards him and made a devious plan along with his brothers. Let's take him to the city garden, and when he's asleep, let's tie him and throw him in river Ganga. Once he dies, we can arrest Arjuna and Yudhishthira and rule the world. Duryodhana conspired. Then Duryodhana made arrangements for a picnic at the banks of Ganga in the city garden. He arranged for big colorful tents filled with essentials and many chambers within those tents. These arrangements were made at a place by name Pramanakoti at the banks of Ganga. Duryodhana named the event as Udaka Kridanam. Udaka means water and Kridanam means to sport. Great chefs made exceptional delicacies for the boys to enjoy. Duryodhana then invited Pandavas fondly and Yudhishthira accepted. On great chariots and elephants, the brothers reached the garden. The garden looked beautiful with wells brimming with water, ponds filled with lotuses, flowers, nests and machines that operate in water. The brothers sat there and started eating and feeding each other. The vicious Duryodhana mixed Kalakuta Visham, a deadly poison, in the food. He approached Bhima with a smile, sat next to him and started feeding him the poisoned food. Bhima, who was unaware of this, ate the food happily. Then the 106 of them played in the river water. By evening, they all got tired and Bhima returned to Pramanakoti to rest. The poison, which had spread through Bhima's body by then, made him lose his senses. Later at night, Duryodhana himself tied Bhima with creepers, took him to the top of a cliff and threw him into river Ganga. Bhimasena, in an unconscious state, fell in the water and reached the Patala Loka. As he fell to the Patala Loka, many Nagakumaras or snakes got crushed under his weight. Looking at this, the poisonous snakes of the Patala Loka bit Bhimasena. The poison that entered his body reacted with the poison that was already there in his body, and Bhima opened his eyes. He broke the creepers that tied him, picked the snakes and hid them on the ground. Few snakes ran to the mighty snake Vasuki and said, "Nagaraja, someone tied up a man and threw him into the water. We think he was poisoned. He woke up when we bit him and started hitting us. You should please come and stop him." Followed by other snakes, Vasuki rushed to the place and saw the mighty Bhimasena. There was another great snake by name Aryaka who also saw Bhima. Snake Aryaka is the maternal grandfather of Kunti's father Surasena. He realized the boy to be his grandson's grandson and hugged Bhima. King Vasuki too was impressed by the might of Bhimasena and offered him great wealth. Then Aryaka said, "Nagaraja, what will this boy do with wealth? If you are okay with it, let him have the juice in one of those pots, which will give him the strength of 1,000 elephants. Then let him drink as much as he can," Vasuki said to Aryaka. After obtaining the blessing of the Nagas, Bhima cleaned himself, sat down and started drinking the portion from the pots. He finished one pot in one gulp, and that way he drank 8 pots of portion. He then comfortably slept on a bed arranged for him by the Nagas. The rest of the Pandavas and Kauravas returned to Hastinapura. The Pandavas thought Bhima had left earlier, and Duryodhana was content that Bhima wasn't around. After reaching Hastina, Yudhishthira went to Kunti and asked if Bhima returned. "We were worried we couldn't find him anywhere," Yudhishthira said. "No, did something happen to him? I haven't seen him anywhere. Look around for him along with your brothers," Kunti cried. Kunti then reached out to Vidura and said that she was worried if the cruel and vicious Duryodhana had done something to Bhimasena. Vidura assured her that all her sons have long life and sent people to look for Bhimasena. 8 days from then, Bhima woke up from his sleep, took the blessings and gifts from the Nagas and returned to Hastinapura. On looking at Bhimasena, Kunti and Pandavas rushed to him and hugged him in delight. Bhima then explained what Duryodhana had done to him and the happenings of the Nagaloka. "Bhima, do not speak about it to anyone, and let's all be careful around them," Yudhishthira said to his brothers. Later, Duryodhana again tried to feed a more dangerous poison to Bhima, but this time Yuyutsu, Duryodhana's brother, warned him about it. However, Bhima ate it and digested that poison too. Duryodhana also killed the charioteer of Bhima in vengeance. This way, Duryodhana, Karna and Shakuni tried to kill the Pandavas in multiple instances. But on the advice of Vidura, Pandavas suppressed their anger and tolerated all the pain. Thank you. Jai Shriman Narayana.